Colonel Roy Campbell here. Do not turn the game console off. The mission has not failed. Because you are listening to Raw Dogs. You have a mission. Listen up. Enjoy. Roy Campbell, out.
Hey everybody, welcome to Raw Dogs. It's a great podcast. We're really good.
Yes.
Today I was going to do an Italian voice, but I quickly abandoned that. We make it the podcast. In this podcast, we have a little bit of cheese and a lot of sausage.
Borat, I love it.
Yes, I am limited in my.
Are you guys Italian?
Accents.
Are you Italian?
No, I have no Italian blood.
Are you Italian? You're not Italian.
I'm Polish, Danish, German.
I'm primarily Italian, so we can do all of the Italian racist jokes because I'm the resident Italian.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going to say pass for me.
Who was the comedian that said that Italians are the... Was it Shane Gillis? Yeah, it's Shane Gillis. He's like, Italians are the last people that we can be openly racist to, and that's not going to last.
Pass.
Well, I mean, when it's all that capicola,
The gabagool.
the gabagool.
My name is Brad.
My name is Tyler.
And
We are very close to Borat.
my wife, it's Dylan.
This is Karen Filippelli. Please leave me a message.
What's up, guys? It's Indie Games Month again. This is your first Indie Games Month episode this year, Tyler.
Yes. I've been a busy boy.
Well, yeah.
making a lot of moves, making a lot of changes. Finally renting that cabin out in the woods and performing your dark secrets.
I'm doing a darkness retreat like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Next
It's where you play Elden Ring for 2 weeks straight.
I essentially played Elden Ring for like 5 days straight there for a minute.
I'm so proud of you.
I know.
He was late to a work meeting because of it.
No, I missed it entirely.
He missed a work meeting. I couldn't be more proud of him.
I got a text like,
proud.
Are you guys on your way? And I was like, what are you talking about right now? Oh, shit, my meeting. And then
What time is it?
somebody else didn't show up either. So
Nice,
then
dude.
they were like, dude, we're just going to do it next week. You better be here. And I was like, well, by that point, I should probably beat the shadow of the Earth tree. So we'll call it a tentative maybe.
Oh, boss, I can't come in. I'm too high.
You
My impression of you.
You don't want me there, bro.
Oh, boss, no.
I'm Italian, though.
It doesn't sound very lit, dude. Honestly, if I'm being honest.
What are we going to even talk about?
Oh, I'm fired?
What we're
All
going to
right.
talk about is Dylan's second pick, because for some reason this year, both me and Dylan got 2 picks. Tyler only gets 1.
That's
but,
okay.
But we have the years. We've been here forever.
It's true.
The tenure.
Yeah, your second pick.
My second pick,
What do we got?
Pizza Tower. If you don't know, you should know.
Well, we know now.
Okay.
Yeah, you were generous enough to borrow your Steam Deck to me and then Tyler, because otherwise there would have been no way for me to play it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And I missed it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Now,
Did you clean the jizz out of the vents?
No, I added more.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
probably dead.
Yeah, you're going to want to get some samples off of that, because it
Sweet.
could be me as well.
Awesome.
Wear rubber gloves.
Did you guys, first of all, did you guys enjoy the Steam Deck? What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed the Steam Deck quite a bit.
I thought it was a fantastic little system, although I found, at least with Pizza Tower, sometimes I forget his name already, the pizza dude.
Peppino.
Peppino Spaghetti. He often, like the analog stick would be registering directions I wasn't hitting. And he kind of lost his mind a little bit sometimes. I didn't love the analog stick, at least in regards to Pizza Tower.
Sure.
Because a lot of
why
times...
weren't you using the pad?
The little, like, touchpad?
The D-pad.
The D-pad? I'm sure I bounced around. I don't know. I found the analog stick worked better, but then there was also a little, like, touchpad thing. Yeah, I didn't mess with that.
I have it programmed so that it basically functions like a mouse.
Okay.
If I were to go into like an online browser, because then you can click it like one too.
The Steam Deck was beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something wrong with the analog stick?
No, I think it's Pizza Tower is
a little chaotic.
It's chaotic, and I just think it happens, with Celeste on, like, I think it was mostly with the Xbox controller. I forget. I don't know. Some games and certain analog sticks, they're a little more touchy.
I think it's meant to be played with D-pad, but I don't play side scrollers with anything but, unless they force me to use the analog stick.
Yeah, platformers are just hard with the analog, but unfortunately, I'm an analog guy like through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not classic.
No.
Yeah. Did you guys play anything else on it? Now that we're on
I looked at Hades 2 and I closed my eyes.
I did.
It's like that meme of the priest and that lady trying to tempt him. I'm like, I can't even look down there because I will just jump in head first.
I wouldn't have blamed you.
I would have been mad at myself. I will wait. I like to wait for the full game.
I had it selected and I had my finger above the button like I was just about to press it. And then I had like a solid minute of contemplation and I didn't do it.
Yeah, I've got some real hits on there too.
Yeah, I didn't bounce around, but Pizza Tower was a great game. The decent length. I want to say, what was it, like 6-7 hours?
Like
yeah. It took me a while
to get used to it.
I had to figure out the flow of the game.
Yeah.
They want you to have multiple approaches to it. Like when you go through it first, they want you to kind of take your time and like explore, and then also just kind of plot out what you're looking at on the way through, and then on the way back, it's just balls to the wall.
The reason that this really appealed to me is, first of all, the Gonzo art style, which I just think is so fabulous, and all the animation is really good. But then when I found out it's a clone of Wario Land, 4 specifically,
then you lost your shit.
I lost my shit because Wario Land 4 might be my favorite game on the Game Boy Advance. It's close. It's up there. So
I've never played any Wario games.
Wario Land is such a good series, and Nintendo really... The last one was Wario Land Shake It for the Wii.
Yeah. It's time for a new Wario Land game.
I believe so. Wario's more popular than ever.
When they drop the Switch 2, it's going to be the premier launch title.
The other day, the Switch became the Nintendo console with the longest lifespan ever.
Mm-hmm.
No shit, really?
Yep.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's been around since like 1985. Feels like
it's really now it's just really starting to show its age, and it's almost like
still great,
annoying. It's a great system, but now it's just like, okay, come on, let's see something else.
I jumped on my brother's OG Switch, like not the OLED one, and it does show its age.
Yes,
at least with my OLED one, the screen is so much better. Like it feels better. But yeah, my brother's one, I was like, this is a relic.
Did you guys know you can play other games on the Switch than Balatro?
No, you can't.
I wasn't sure until recently.
Although I do have Hades as well.
I did start Monkey Ball Banana Rumble today.
Really?
It's fucking good.
It's fine.
It's really good.
I thought about getting the Paper Mario 1000 Year Door remake, just because, but it's really hard for me to turn on my Switch. I just can't find myself doing it.
Well, you're a Steam boy now. You're the steampunk.
I'm Gran Turismo 7.
That would be the new. That'd be the new console critter guy, the steampunk.
The emo in me wants to buy a Steam Deck just so I can be the steampunk.
But then what would happen to Spartacus Plus Premium?
He'd be my other persona.
You'd
Eventually,
I
would just become James McAvoy from Split.
I'd be Stadia Arcadia.
I love that Chili Peppers album.
I couldn't even name the band. Pizza Tower is a platform game released January 26, 2023. I didn't realize it was that young still.
Yeah.
It's from indie developer Tour de Pizza. Mm-hmm. Sounds like they made
fun
made it for the game, possibly.
Great.
Actually founded in 2010 by a group of friends who were not only avid gamers, but also had a deep appreciation for the art of pizza making. Mm-hmm. We should have Josh here for this one.
God damn.
They set out to create a game that captured the joy and excitement of both worlds. Do you know the name of the designer? His alias?
Something pig.
McPig.
McPig?
McPig. And programmed by Certif. There's really not a lot of team here.
No.
There's 3 composers, but like as far as there's a designer and a programmer that did a large chunk of the work. Development. McPig thought about making a horror-themed comic series about a deranged chef who fought pizza demons in the restaurant, citing Courage the Cowardly Dog.
It's a good idea.
I can see the influence then.
That sounds like a cool idea.
I'd read it.
Game began development around 2018, going through many different concepts, revisions, and demo builds over 5 years of development. At one point, McPig conceived an RPG with survival horror elements similar to Resident Evil, in which Peppino traverses restaurant while battling pizza monsters.
I do believe that they made the right choice with this.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being anything else.
I can't imagine. Survival horror is really great, and I do love it as a genre. But when you make it comedic, I kind of get bored. There's this game called My Friendly Neighborhood or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's all about like a puppet, like a puppet set in like a puppet town, like a Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And they all start going crazy, the puppets.
I'm not sure if I've played that one. It sounds familiar.
It's only on Steam.
Then I haven't played that one.
Yeah. It's on my deck. It's kind of a first-person shooter, and it's fine, but it's also like, all right.
It'd be cool if Pizza Tower 2 was not a Wario Land game at all, and it was just a completely different genre.
That'd be cool.
Games don't do that. Other than the only one I can think of was like Banjo Nuts and Bolts.
Oh boy,
that was a misfire.
I actually enjoyed that game, but
the problem is people are expecting one thing, and
it's true.
Yeah, this was supported through Patreon, as many indie games are. Early access builds were given to supporters at the $5 tier. McPig was the game's only artist and coder.
My God,
only indie games can do this, and Pizza Tower is as beloved as many other games.
Every design is so good in this game.
The characters are just fantastic.
Oh my God. Just the rich cast. I love them.
McPig attempted to develop the game using RPG Maker, but the game's engine's limitations prevented him from achieving the animation quality he desired. He switched to regular Game Maker since it was accessible and he had seen other developers use it for smaller projects. He began developing a platform game called Weenie Cop.
I like
Weenie
that.
Cop.
I want Weenie Cop. That sounds like a fun game.
Yeah. What do you do in Weenie Cop?
A platform game featuring a sentient hot dog who battled junk food criminals.
That kind of rules.
Sign me up, man.
Yeah.
Junk food criminals.
It's like a bag of potato chips.
Yeah. Or just me.
The chocolate chip cookie mafia.
I love it.
Oh, I get high and I go to the 7-Eleven and I eat their little rollers on the thing.
It would be me like with a bong in one hand and like flaming hot Cheeto dust on my fingers on the other hand, just running
You
around.
can use fireballs.
And Weenie Cop's love interest is a donut.
Oh, that's a little...
I get it.
Well, then they could also
Yeah, that's
penetration.
sex. But using your entire body, that's like the dream.
Or it'd be a set of buns. It could be a set of buns as well.
I want to have sex, but I want to be it.
I think the donut idea is good. I'm standing by it. McPig described that project as all over the place in the gameplay department because it really wasn't conceptualized, but it got him accustomed to Game Maker. He also conceived a game in which Peppino attacked using a pizza cutter chainsaw. That's
I
kind
like
of cool.
that, though.
I like that.
Can you imagine just like you cut through an enemy and the toppings go flying?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they get pretty close. There's wet gun type weapons in this game.
Wet gun.
Did I say that?
Is that what you said? Wet gun?
It sounded like web gun.
I think I was stuttering.
Oh, I was excited. I'm like, a wet gun. That sounds...
You totally missed it, man.
it just
Slushy.
shoots
You
marinara
missed
sauce.
it, dude. You missed it. You missed the wet gun.
I think I did pretty good on completing stuff. I didn't get like the highest ranking in all the levels, and I didn't get we'll talk about unlockables. But.
Well, difficulty in this game, it's a standard difficulty, and it's all based on what you want out of it, which is...
I love that.
I think it's a perfect way to make a video game. It's like for people who really want to collect everything and kill everything and get all the combos, that's available to you. Set your own limits. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I really just ran the levels. I wanted to have fun, and if I thought something was interesting or I wanted to solve a mini puzzle or something like that, I'd jump in and I'd do it, but I didn't feel like I was missing out on a ton.
I would never look up a guide.
No.
I would never go back into a level to find something. Mm-mm. But if something was obvious or in the way and it was organic, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the best way to play a game. It's not what I'm doing with Elden Ring right now, I'll tell you that much. Waiting to work from a point of reference, McPig switched to a Wario Land inspired platformer. The series had been dormant since Wario Land Shake It, which came out in what year, Dylan?
Oh, that's 2011, right?
2008, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
We are long overdue then.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He decided
that
to
game
use...
wasn't even particularly very good.
No.
No.
Is it the classic Wario Land game?
Yeah, but...
There's just more like there's movement shit?
Oh my God, yes. And some of it's entertaining. It's a beautiful video game. Like, it's hand-drawn, like, really great animation, which is a really good aesthetic for Wario. And it's good, but the gimmicks involved, because it's a Wii game, I'm too old for that shit. I was too old for it then, even though I was so enamored by that machine for such a long time.
Fucking Wii. I've been listening to the audiobook for The Ultimate History of Video Games Part 2, because I've done Part 1 a million times, but Part 2 starts off with PS2 and Xbox and PlayStation 1, and just like everything surrounding the Nintendo Wii's release is so fascinating.
It was a weird time, not just for video games, but, I mean, the PS3 had just come out alongside it.
You know, Xbox was considering, even way back in the day, they were anticipating Game Pass back with the original Xbox, diskless media is coming, and the PS3 is going to be invested in Blu-ray, and people are going to quit buying that shit. And the new leaks, this is fucking not Pizza Tower talk, but the new leaks is that Xbox is not going to be in the consoles anymore. It's going to just start getting Game Pass available to people. You just buy a controller and you have the internet, and it will be shame. It will be there eventually.
Yeah.
Well, it's on Fire Stick now or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's the future of gaming.
It's scary, and I don't like change.
I don't like cloud gaming.
If it worked, I wouldn't mind it.
Well, even if it did work, I like to have a feeling of ownership. And I bought this. I enjoy buying things. I'm a red-blooded American, right?
Yeah, you are.
Consumerism.
And I like to have my little collections. I like to look at my collections. I like to go, everything the light touches, it's all mine. And I don't know.
Look at my Microsoft Zune. I will look at you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm excited about it. Yeah. No. Physical media is cool.
Physical media is cool. Pizza Tower
is not physical. It's a state of being, though. He decided to use Peppino as the protagonist, thinking he was just fun to draw and relatable enough in his character traits.
Yeah.
And retaining the basic concept of a scared, crazy pizza man fighting pizza monsters from the RPG.
He's very afraid. He's very afraid in the entire game. When he walks around, he's got that weird,
Yeah, he's kind of sketching out the whole time.
What a great design.
He's all wigged out.
Yeah.
It's interesting that one of the first ideas was Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
Because I see that. This dude's just tweaking balls, trying to save his pizza restaurant while going up a tower, fighting all these crazy monsters.
I think Courage the Cowardly Dog was very formative for me as a human being.
I don't know if I've ever seen an episode.
Oh, really?
King Ramses. Do you remember that one?
Is that the Find the Slate?
Yeah.
Well, and then
The slab.
It's
Is it
interesting.
Slab.
It's interesting because that dog, nothing scary was actually happening to it, right? It was just the dog's mind imagining he was in a scary world.
No,
it did
was.
happen.
Everything was real, and he lived with an old couple or his owners, and they would constantly be like beleaguered by these horrible nightmares. But the owners were oblivious, old, dementia-laden idiots.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was constantly like trying to protect the family from the scary stuff.
But isn't the idea that it might have all been in his head?
The theory,
Just
the
like how
popular-
some dogs are always scared and bark like crazy and
the
run around.
popular theory is that it's the world through the eyes of a scared dog. Where
that's internet bullshit.
the reason they're
SpongeBob is about the 7 deadly sins.
well, the reason their house is
SpongeBob
in the
takes
middle of
place in
nowhere is because the dog has never been anywhere other than the house. So the universe is the house. And then like I think there's like a male lady that's like a villain in one episode.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of telegraphed that way that's the way the dog sees people, but in reality, it's just normal life.
Well, that's a good theory, but that's like go to Reddit for that bullshit.
What happened to Chucky Finster's mom? Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce. Have you ever seen that?
That dude, are you talking about the dude, right?
Chills.
The guy with he's got the voice
Yeah.
and the weird cadence. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm here, guys. Good to meet you.
Number 4.
The title Pizza Tower came from the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
I never comment on YouTube videos ever. And I wanted to comment when I first found him, like, why the fuck are you talking that way? Like, what is going on? Is that your normal voice? Are you doing a voice? You have me so confused.
All I know is that
I've
it
heard
makes
him- I've
it
heard
makes
him
you want to go.
outside of it.
It makes you want to go watch it now. So something's working.
Something's right. I find it like
Something's right.
something's right because you're creating both outrage and interest because his videos are kind of like soothing and a little ASMR-ish. Mm-hmm. And then on the other side, it's just people being like, why? Why don't you stop talking like that, bro? That's not how people talk, bro. So
Yeah.
either way, you're still getting viewership.
And he's rolling in the YouTube bucks. So.
Yeah. You're either hate watching or love watching.
His name is Dylan in real life.
In 2021,
He has a mustache, I think.
in 2021, Pizza Tower underwent a change in
Hello.
direction. Underwent a change in direction, became more speed oriented.
Yeah.
Is that a Wario Land thing where you'd run through the level backwards, or is that like an invention for this game?
That's Wario Land.
That is Wario Land, where you'd go through the level. and
Wario
then
Land
you-
Sport
and you
4
ru-
specifically, yep.
You'd run back through it.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
Sick.
that's what I did not like about Pizza Tower.
The running sections.
I did not like the running
I
sections.
love the running
That's
sections.
that was my favorite part.
I mean, it was interesting, but I didn't want to have to go back through, and I'm not good at platformers, so moving that quickly wasn't my jam. Like
Yeah.
I'm very meticulous in my bounces and my jumps.
It's really kind of great because it kind of mimics Sonic the Hedgehog in the fact that he has
Yeah.
all this momentum, but if you stop, you're kind of in trouble.
When you're playing Sonic or Pizza Tower and you're running full speed and you're hitting jumps, there's like the sensation, that vibe you get
It's thrilling.
that it can't be compared. But when you mess up, it is like the dumbest feeling in the world, and I hate it.
And I
losing momentum is so frustrating.
I constantly lost momentum because I'm not very good at this game. I mean, we've said it before. It took me forever and a day to beat Celeste, and I think that's the only platformer that I really truly enjoyed.
Just A sides.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not good at them. So when I would lose momentum, I lost momentum in the game.
Yeah.
Because I just I don't know. I never really got the hang. And maybe it was, I didn't notice anything with the analog on the Steam Deck. But maybe, because I used the analog the whole time, maybe it was a little off. Because I
it could've just
fucked
been.
up all the time.
It's like when you're going up a set of stairs and you miss a step. It's like the worst feeling in the world.
It's
So it is a game that is programmed to be controller specific, and I think I read something where they're like, yeah, you should be using the D-pad.
Yeah.
I think they even said so because they're like, when you'd have to do like hairpin turn type stuff, you only want to make minor movements, and you don't want to just go like this with the stick.
I guess I was just so fascinated with the analog sticks on the Steam Deck. They're just so, I love the
They're
placements.
so nice.
Yeah.
They're exactly where your thumbs should be.
Music for this game was composed by Ronan de Castel, Kashi Jiddo, and Post Elvis.
post Elvis.
These are aliases, of course. Maybe not. I mean, maybe not, but I think
Does
so.
Post Malone have a sibling we don't know about?
Clashy Jiddo / Frostix and Mr. Sauceman. See, I'm already using other names for these people. Were the game's primary composers. Post Elvis composed the main menu theme, while Jackknife and Qbot appeared on Pizza Mayhem. The game's unused theme song features as a bonus track on the official soundtrack. I don't know. There's a lot in here. I don't think it really matters. The music's good. It's appropriate.
It's chaotic. It's weird. Shout out to that final boss song, which I do have up on my YouTube all the time. It's so good.
Yeah, the game, you embark on a thrilling adventure as you navigate through a towering pizza-themed world filled with challenges, puzzles, and delicious surprises. In order to save his pizzeria, Peppino Spaghetti, pizza chef must navigate the game's tower. Pizzaface, a sentient floating pizza, threatens to destroy Peppino's pizzeria with a nuclear laser atop a nearby tower.
Nuclear laser.
A nuclear laser.
It's nuclear. That was actually a good Homer Simpson. It's pronounced nuclear.
Peppino can walk, run, jump, roll, slide, crawl.
Depending on how fast you're moving, like the game is super kinetic. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I love the way that this game feels. Like game feel. I didn't have any of the issues you guys had, but maybe it's because I'm kind of more in the genre. My knowledge is a little bit more in that because I prefer something like this to, say, a Mario game. I like this kind of like plotting, like fast moving. I mean, you can run fast in Mario, but
yeah, it's really its own genre. Platformers.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of DNA of a lot of things, and it really works.
I had never played any of the Wario games, so this was my first game where you go through the level and then have to go back through it really fast.
I love that. I would accidentally be running and then do that. You stop and you like shoot straight up.
Yeah.
I did that a lot, and
that one's hard to get a hang of when you're trying it yourself. That would always annoy me, but that was maybe my only gripe. In total.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even... It's just something that happened to me. It happened less the more I played it, though. His attacks include a body slam, grabbing and throwing enemies, and a parry.
I loved throwing dudes at other dudes.
That's your thing?
That's my thing. Because it was simple. Like, I just grab him, and now I have him. And then I go find his buddy, and I'm like, yo, check this out. And then, bam.
It's like a food fight.
It is a little bit.
A little bit of a food fight.
Plus, there's... I don't know. There's something about when you hit an enemy with an enemy, like the Hulk, when he does it, love it.
Yeah.
In every media, when someone gets hit with somebody, I love it.
It's the best weapon.
It's just a weird little... It makes me laugh almost every time.
No, the coolest weapon is when the Hulk takes a car, rips it in half, and makes them into boxing gloves.
What I didn't do enough
terrifying.
in Baldur's Gate 3 is... You can pick up almost any enemy and throw them at other enemies, and I never did that. And I feel like I really missed out there.
I have killed a lot of bosses that way.
Just throw them off a cliff? You can't get their items then.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but it's still cool.
I didn't do so much throwing in Baldur's Gate. I did do a lot of pushing.
Yes.
I'm going to push him.
Yeah.
get out of here.
Get out of here.
Stop it.
If Peppino runs for long enough, he begins to dash, and long enough is fucking short. Like, he dashes quick, allowing him to run up walls and plow through enemies and objects. Defeating an enemy initiates a combo that lasts 7 seconds. To maintain it, you must defeat more enemies and collect items. I'm sure speedrunners never lose their combo once through a level.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched one in preparation because it's not like I could have refreshed my knowledge before we started.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know. Like, that seems impossible to me.
Yeah. Then they just ran it at GDQ recently as well. Really? Yeah, I was surprised. Pizza Tower had a controversial... there was a bit of a controversy for a while online because of one enemy's design. It's like a Native American that throws like a tomahawk, and people became very upset about that. Sure. And that's one thing. But then they looked at some comments, which I think I have later on here, where McPig said some bad things online.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, the developers?
Yeah. We'll get to that.
McPig.
McPig. Certain levels feature power-ups that alter Peppino's
Say what
abilities.
you want. Nobody's as bad as the Italians.
Tyler, you're the only one who can agree? Do you agree?
We did create organized crime.
Very cool. That's a
cool.
plus.
That is.
Think of all the movies we wouldn't have from Scorsese if it wasn't for Italians.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And your people are very pushy with their sexual advances.
You get out of here with that shit, huh?
And their arms are hairy.
Yeah, and they generally live longer than most people because of the diet.
Because of the diet. It's a lot of pasta, a lot of gabagool.
No enriched pasta. No.
It's the red wine.
There's an alternate player character named Gustavo who rides in the back of his giant pet rat. Palace swap outfits for Peppino can be acquired through completing challenges and obtaining achievements. So, okay, the game's elements and mechanics, things that they have cited outside of Wario Land and Sonic the Hedgehog, Jazz Jackrabbit.
I've played it.
Never even heard of
I
it.
played it back when I was a wee lad. I
Jazz
don't remember
Jackrabbit
it.
2 was really good.
I think the art style, like kind of very hand drawn.
Yeah, it almost looked like, much like this, it kind of looks like it's done in like Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, which is cool. That's a great
But
aesthetic.
well animated.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Earthworm Jim, I definitely see
Definitely
that.
played that.
Yeah.
That game's hard as balls.
Yeah, and it's just like the irreverence and the outrageous designs and like launching cows and all of that I can see. And the Metroid series, interestingly enough, but I think that's from some of the moves, like the Shine Spark, where you like shoot up. Some of the move set I can see as Metroid inspired. No health or
And
lives.
exploration.
Every platformer should have no health or lives.
I agree.
Fuck it. Or if you want to have like health but lives.
You do have health. It's the little tickers of the pizza chef hat.
Does it regenerate?
No, you have to find them.
Okay.
They're pickups.
Okay. I don't know why it says no health or lives. No difficulty levels.
No.
Every level contains toppins, and it's without a G. They're called toppins.
Toppins.
Five toppins.
I love the toppins. I want little plushies of all the
You
toppins.
should get them.
I wonder if they're available.
And there is another thing that you collect called Janitor Jerome. He's just a janitor.
Yeah.
And he's actually, if you watch Game Theory, you can learn a lot about the janitor. But that's just a theory.
I never did that.
A game theory.
That guy retired. That's how old that fucking shit is.
Good for him. I watched his videos. I didn't really love the cadence like, Burger King foot lettuce all the time, but
I at a certain point, I think I just grew out of that. I don't know.
it was more interesting as a younger child. Secret rooms. Most have 3 secret rooms with an eyeball warp. Mm-hmm. We mentioned combos. Pizza time.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. At the end of the level is a pillar that must be destroyed, activating pizza time, a phase in which the player must return to the level's entrance within a time limit to avoid being caught by Pizzaface.
I love it. I love escaping things in video games. I think chase segments are usually pretty fun. You know what? You know which game did a really great job with those? Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
That one has a ton of great ones that makes it feel really cinematic, and you have to actually know what you're doing, and you don't have a lot of time to react. Well, there's that one with the big bird,
Yep.
and you're going down the mountain.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
It's I never ran out of time in any of these chase segments. No. But I also didn't do the second lap, whatever that's called. Yeah. A portal allows the player to do an optional second lap, which they return to the end and must make their way back through for bonus points.
I would never do that.
I never did that, but I could see maybe running out of time that way. You get rankings at the end of the level. Mm-hmm. D, C, B, A, and S are given based on your score.
They really make you feel bad if you get a bad score.
Yeah, they do.
They go out of their way to tell you you're a piece of shit.
He looks so disappointed.
I know.
Why is S always the best? Why is S tier always the best?
It just means special.
Special?
I don't know where it originates from, but it's been there forever.
I think it originates in Japan.
In elementary school, we actually didn't have A, B, C, D. We had H was like the good grade. S was the bad grade. You get H plus, H minus, S plus, S minus.
What?
I think it's because they didn't want kids to be associated with like A's as better than B's and C's, but all it changes is just fucking H's are better than S's.
Man, these liberals.
Tough time in America. The P ranking,
Brad,
though,
it sounds like you were left behind, even though they promised us that no child would.
left behind like that the great series of Dan Brown like religious books.
That's not Dan Brown.
I got left
Dan
behind at a
Brown-like.
Walmart.
You what?
I got left behind at a Walmart once.
Did you like it?
I was terrified.
Were you?
Yeah.
That you're going to get raptured?
Well, I was just like, this is
Or
where I
you were
live
going to be
now.
left? Oh, wow.
My first instinct was I should probably find an adult and go find my mom. And then my second instinct was
And then you
there
found like,
is like that part of the video game aisle where I could just play video games. And I'm sure they'll come back and get me.
Oh, you got left behind. I thought you bought the fucking book.
I got it, dude.
I got left behind. What did you? Were they just?
I
was this
hated
like a
it.
Home Alone type thing? Except you're in the store now.
Yeah, I spent a whole week in there.
There were bandits.
I was living in the shelves.
Dude, do Home Alone, but in a mall against zombies. You can make the traps ultra crazy.
That would be pretty dope.
Why zombies?
Because you can kill them in horrible ways where you can't get away with that as with people as much.
And then when the police finally break in the door, you find out that the kid was just like a sociopath and he was just killing regular people.
Sign me up.
There's a premise that I'm sure I would never watch.
There's a secret ranking, though, the P ranking.
For pepperoni.
For pizza, for Peppino. All secrets, janitor Jerome, second lap, maintain combos the whole time and never get damaged.
That's not good.
I would never get that.
No, I never would.
When
I love this game. I just couldn't.
There are certain things that I know that I will never achieve in my life. I'm never going to be on the moon.
Huh? You're more likely to get on the moon than get P rankings in Pizza Tower.
I'll never travel to the bottom of the ocean because I'm terrified of the ocean. So
Also,
I'm not
you-
going to do that,
you
and I'm
can't-
not going to get a P ranking.
No one can go to the bottom of the ocean, like the pressure.
James Cameron did it.
Well, it depends on what bottom of the ocean you mean.
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of things I won't do.
'Cause there's a
And
bo-
get a P
is the-
ranking is at the top of that list.
How do you define the bottom, though?
It's when you stop going down.
Well, I was reading about the boys. They were talking about how strong the deep is after a recent battle. And they're like, it says that he went to the Mariana Trench, and that's insane. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yep.
So he wouldn't be able to see.
Also, his octopus lover is voiced by Tilda Swinton, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yep.
Very hot, very sexy.
What is her name? Octavia?
Sure.
Forget.
Squiggles.
It's just squiggles.
I don't know, but I feel differently about octopuses now.
You're attracted to him now. is what you're
No,
saying.
it got to the point where it's just creepy.
Well, so if he was fucking the octopus and the octopus was fine outside of its thing, wouldn't it take a lot longer for it to suffocate?
I agree.
Yeah, and
I thought that was
Because they were,
the
it
door.
was outside of the.
They were like hanging
Tank
out
earlier.
in bed, yeah,
She
for
could
a
have
while.
just slid out of under the door or something. They're one of the most intelligent creatures. They're just essentially aliens.
More intelligent than Italians, am I right?
Hey, I'm walking here.
They got too much Kalamata olives in their ears. That's all I got.
The brains are the size of one olive. yeah. Oh.
There are boss fights in Pizza Tower. Mostly awesome.
For the most part, yeah.
I really enjoyed them. I liked that they were challenging. I liked that. I don't think any boss fight I got first try. Like there was a little bit of learning and adapting, and
There's always like a second phase to them as well. And it kind of try and fake you out, but after the third time doing it, you just expect it.
yeah, I liked them.
I like the Pepperman.
Lots of characters and transformations. There's Gustavo and Brick, where you have a giant mouse. Ball Peppino, where you roll like a ball, smashing everything in your way. There's a lot of these. There's Knight, where you're wearing heavy armor.
I like that one.
I like Night.
Firemouth.
These are all basically cut and copies from Wario Land games.
Oh, yeah? Ghost, where you become a ghost. Mort the Chicken. This is actually a reference from another...
Video game.
Yeah. Weenie Mount, where you mount a weenie and you're allowed to run around freely at high speeds. Very cool.
It's fun. Have you gotten that far?
No.
No.
Revolver, pressing the grab button fires a bullet. Barrel, you get stuck in a barrel. Rocket, there's just a lot of these. Cheese ball, I like that. You get stuck in a cheese ball and will roll uncontrollably until you hit a wall. I actually do like that mechanic quite a bit. Sticky cheese, boxed. Box is cool because you get trapped in a pizza box. I like that one. Pepper pizza. You'll consume a pizza and your skin will turn fully red, and he makes a maliciously triumphant pose.
That just sounds like you're allergic to pizza and you broke out in hives.
And you're invincible to pain, though.
It's true.
I think Josh is in a state of pepper pizza in his life. That's how he's always so ripped and just the best business owner in town.
That's true. I like your logic.
I agree with myself there.
Yep.
Shotgun animatronic, where Peppino is trapped inside an animatronic shell and loses a total of 60 pizza points, 10 points at a time before breaking free. Clown, become a clown and forced to drive a clown car nonstop.
Some of these I don't even remember.
I put a lot of work into these for something they're fine.
Kind of glanced over. I think it's all fun.
It's cool that they change up like in the worlds, like the different worlds you go through.
Well, it's like, like even Mario has like the Karibo shoe every once, like that one level, and then you're never seeing it again.
Or the one where you like can turn into that stone golem in Mario's 3 for like 1 or 2 levels tops.
And why would you want to? Yeah.
And there's some unique things for that. I forget what they are though.
I like that they have all the different versions of Peppino because, like, as someone who doesn't generally like platformers, you need something for me to like keep it fresh, you know. And like Celeste, it was the soundtrack and just how fucking hard that game was that like I needed to beat it. So I mean, this isn't a terribly hard game, but having the different versions,
it's actually pretty difficult. But
it's like you said, the difficulty scales with what you want.
Well, the bosses can give you a lot of trouble if you're not good
because
the gameplay.
That's true.
The only two,
because it's a lot of tight turns and throwing and
you need to be good to beat the bosses.
Celeste and Limbo are like the 2 platformers that I really truly enjoyed, and I would say both of those are harder than this one.
Limbo.
Did you like?
I wouldn't say Limbo's hard. I'd say it's puzzles.
Yeah.
I thought you liked Inside more.
Inside.
It's the pseudo sequel to it. You ever played that?
Inside's very good.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
It's way better than Limbo.
Oh, I like Limbo.
Limbo was just iconic because it was like one of those first ultra indie. It's like, oh, let's not have where you can't see like details.
See, I hated Limbo.
We ain't gonna tell you shit. You just got to figure it out.
I played Limbo. I didn't like it.
I liked it the first time. I think I would not enjoy it the second time.
I beat it once.
It's an hour-long
It's
game.
Yeah, I didn't need to do it again.
Bunch of worlds. The Western District, the vacation resort, the slum. The slum has Pig City. That one was cool. Staff only. And yeah, there's 5 worlds.
Yeah.
Yep, 5 worlds. Each has 5 levels. There's a little bit. There's some like hidden levels and stuff too. Yeah. Some DLC stuff.
Oh, I didn't even download the DLC. I gotta do that.
It's automatically in the game. Just in an update, it was put in.
No shit.
Yeah.
Free DLC. Great.
Hell yeah.
Put down lore if you want it. McPig has claimed that Peppino isn't actually wearing an apron, but rather a white tank top over a black t-shirt. This is because Peppino can't afford an apron.
That's really sad. Does his pizza not sell well?
It's struggling.
Well, then why does Pizzaface want to destroy his place so much? Is he like looking to develop more land?
Dylan, it's hard to be a small business owner.
Man, it's like Yellowstone. You guys been watching Yellowstone?
Kevin
Y'all
Costner?
seen Yellowstone?
I've never seen it.
Jordan and I are watching it.
Is it good?
My dad loves that show.
It's
Definitely a dad show.
It's certainly entertaining, but so deeply dumb that I could never understand if someone took it seriously. That it's one of those things where it's like it's not even like propaganda-y for stuff like that. In fact, they show just how shitty living on this ranch would actually be, even though you're rich. And then there's, then they have like cartoonish villains, and I'm like,
Isn't there like, don't multiple people die throughout the series run?
Yeah.
Don't you think that if you're running a ranch and there's a ton of murders around the said ranch, that people would be like,
he's in the government, Kevin Costner.
that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People also disappear because they hire like transients and stuff to work the ranch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They've done like 3 spinoffs on it now.
Yeah, they're both prequels. and they actually sound pretty good. Harrison Ford's in one of them.
Sam Elliott's in the other.
Jesus Christ.
I'd watch that mustache do anything.
Yeah, the lore.
I'm going to motorboat that mustache. I'm going to motorboat that mustache.
If you want to know about the lore of Pizza Tower, check out that Game Theory YouTube video because it's probably the best.
Or just go down to any locally owned pizza shop in your hometown, find the most Italian guy, and just ask him.
Well, I think
I'm sure he'll know.
I think the lore is like Peppino used to work for Pizzaface, and that's why there's like a Peppino robot, and it's got a little bit of like a Five Nights at Freddy's thing where their business crashed because Peppino left and took his likeness for the mascot. There was a whole bunch, and there's like, sure, whatever.
Well, you guys know how much I like Pasquale P. Pie Plate, right?
I know that.
Yeah.
I think about it often, actually.
I think about him a lot.
Yeah.
And I was in Chuck E. Cheese because it's
I don't even know what Pasquale looks like. I'm gonna look this up.
You know what Pasquale looks like?
Because of you, I think about Charles Entertainment cheese far more often than I should.
I swear to God, it's like a little like bug that lives in your head.
Pie plate is one word. Yeah, I didn't remember that's what he looked like. Oh my gosh.
And you know those like Squishimals?
Yeah.
You know, like those little like...
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's a horrible new modern version of him.
Oh, that's scary. I'm not interested in that. I like the old one where he's just a fat dude hanging out with monsters and rats.
How many? Okay. there is 4 friends. There's 4 friends listed for Pasquale P. Pie Plate on the Showbiz Pizza Wiki. Can you name?
Fuck, he has more friends than I do.
Can you name the 4 friends for Pasquale?
Munch, right? Munch is one.
Mr. Munch,
Chuck,
Chuck E. Cheese,
MGK,
and Henrietta.
I'm guessing you mean Helen Henny.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep.
And I thought that's only
3.
And then there's like the fucking dog. What's his name?
Jasper T. Jowls.
Jasper T. Jowls. Yeah. But I think about Pasquale more. They had some Squishimals of Pasquale P. Pie Plate, and I was going to buy them for everyone for a holiday gift. I think that'd be perfect.
That'd be awesome. Brad, are you lost in the wiki?
In the Avenger era, it's revealed that one of Pasquale's hobbies is collecting mold, spores, and fungi.
That's not something you want or around your restaurant.
Whatever, man. Pasquale can do what he wants.
I mean, any restaurant that has a ball pit in it,
I mean,
you're kind of throwing caution to the wind.
He's interested in STEM. You know, he's multi-layered. He's multifaceted as a human being.
He's a real
American
there's depth, you know?
He's got a bunch of friends who are like fucking talking animals and giant purple monsters.
Don't limit him.
He's kind of he's a bit of a Renaissance man.
A little bit.
And not just because of his weird Italian blood.
He sounds like a psychopath.
Why? What has he ever done to you?
Talking to purple monsters and animals.
You're thinking
they're
of
real.
Says the guy who was the Hamburglar,
That was a long time ago.
hanging out with purple monsters.
I killed that Tyler. This is new Tyler.
It was recently Grimace's birthday too.
I know.
I don't trust that Pasquale P. Pie Plate. That's my Sam Elliott.
Sometimes you eat Pasquale, and well, sometimes he eats you. That's my Sam
A
Elliott.
spaghetti western?
Who's this?
Oh, I like that spaghetti western.
I'll have spaghetti. Hold the Peppino. Terrible. I'm so sorry.
God.
I am
Try it
so
again.
sorry. No. On Halloween, for a Halloween free DLC, October 23rd, a secret level was added with collectible pumpkins.
Oh, wow.
There is a new game plus mode featuring the character The Noise, added in a free update March 12th of this year.
The noise. Like the Noid.
Yep, and I was going to say, you know what that's based on.
Yeah. The guy named Charles Noid or whatever who held up an entire Domino's.
Amazing. Then he got a character.
Whoa. What?
So there was this mentally ill gentleman, and he wasn't taking his meds, and his last name was like Noid.
Yeah.
And they were running all those commercials, and he thought that they were like deliberately like doing this to torture him, like what do they call it, gang stalk him.
Yeah.
And then he like held up a Domino's pizza,
I didn't know this.
and he took like hostages and stuff.
When did this happen?
This is the Chambly hostage incident on January 30th, 1989. Kenneth Lamar Noid, a mentally ill man who believed that the Avoid the Noid campaign was personally directed to him and antagonizing him.
That's terrible.
He entered a Domino's restaurant in Georgia with a .357 Magnum and held 2 employees hostage for over 5 hours. Can you imagine you're showing up at work and some guy's like, the Noid is based on me? You're like, what the fuck?
Jesus. The problem is the Noid's a real person.
Was everybody fine?
He first forced them to call the Domino's headquarters to demand $100,000 in a white limousine. After offering to exchange a hostage for a copy of America, postmodern author Robert Anton Wilson's The Widow's Son, the Noid reneged on his offer when an officer brought him the book. Noid then became hungry and forced the captives to make him pizzas.
Oh my God.
While he ate the pizzas with a gun in his lap, the hostages escaped.
That's so funny. It's just like, damn, they actually make good pizza.
They just
and
walk
he's just
out the
sitting
door.
there and he's like, and then he's just like watching Maury or something.
He surrendered to the police shortly afterwards. 2 shots were fired, both of them hitting the ceiling. He was charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, extortion, and possession of a firearm. Found not guilty due to reasons of insanity. Spent time in a mental institution, but died by suicide February 23rd, 1995.
Wow.
It's believed to have caused Domino's to discontinue advertising using the Noid as their mascot until recently.
Yeah, he's back. He's back to wreak
Oh
hell.
my God, they're just gonna. What if
There's a Domino's pinball machine that features the Noid.
Well, that's great.
I'm sure Josh.
I
would know
thought
about
for
it.
a second you were talking about that guy that had like the bomb strapped around his head and he got sent into the pizza or to somewhere to rob it. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Jesse Eisenberg made a movie about it.
There's actually a Netflix documentary called Mastermind that's about it. It's very good.
It's
I
okay.
think I've seen it.
It goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere, but I liked it.
The point of that documentary at the end is, isn't crime weird? I'm like, yeah.
Aren't people manipulative?
The Noid hostage incident.
Number 2, Kenneth Noid.
He made them make pizza.
He made them make pizza, and then he watched Maury.
McPig has stated that he will not consider releasing for other platforms until finishing the Windows version. An update with the Noid was released March 12th of 2024. So, I mean, it might come to consoles eventually.
It's already been announced for the Switch
It is coming to the Switch.
at some point. Yeah.
But Pizza Tower is a fun game.
Absolutely. I really enjoy it.
I don't have much else to say about it. It's fun. It's kinetic. It's fast. It's well designed. The
It's one
characters
of those
are cool.
classic indies. It's just like, this is the shit that proves that these bigger developers often don't know what the fuck they are doing. Because they could be pumping shit out like this at Nintendo all the time if they wanted to, and they could do it for relatively cheap. And I guess they don't want to flood their market with that kind of thing, but there's a part of me that's like, there's a real want and desire for games just like this.
Well, the question that I have then is if like major developers did do this, do you think it would hit the same as when you get something that's like a labor of love from a small indie developer? How much of these indie games, what makes them special?
Is the fact that it's
Is it
made
the labor of
small.
love, or would you even notice if a AAA studio made
It's not the
a game
labor
like
of
this?
love. It's the director's mark on it. It is.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
Yeah, it's just it's a vision and it's fun and it has a unique look that can only be achieved when there is a single leader.
Yeah, because I view some of these indie games as like, you know, when a director makes a film, like you would take any one of your favorite directors and have the CW make the same movie. And how is it going to turn out? Like one person has the vision for it, the care for it, and an invested interest in telling their story their way. Whereas like the corporation CW is going to be like, do it our way and just get it out.
So you're thinking more in terms of like pure authorship or auteurism?
Yeah.
I think you're right in that, because most of the games I truly love, like Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding, that is pure authorship.
Oh, yeah.
And it was such a vision that he was the only one who could do it. And then you've got people like Eiji Onuma for like Legend of Zelda, constantly putting his stamp on these things without a shitload of oversight because they trust him to get the job done. Instead of, making something in a boardroom with like 5 bullet points of this is what people want in video games. Now it has to be a part of it.
I mean, when an auteur can function inside of a giant studio, that's the rare thing. That's the thing that people strive for. And you got Kojima, you got Miyazaki, you got there are game creators that thrive in that spot. But
true.
It's rare.
Yeah.
And that's why indies are the spot for people to shine. Just one dude made Balatro, took the world by storm.
I just need to take a look at this McPig guy. I need to see how he looks.
Yes.
Is he a big fat man?
That's sizest. Does
I bet you he's not
He
even a
calls
little bit
himself
Italian.
I bet he calls himself McPig.
I think it might be a plan McG. Do you have anything else you want to say about Pizza Tower before we rank it?
I do not. I really just wanted everyone to play this because not a lot of people are able to right now unless you have access to a Steam account with something. that
Yeah,
can
reach
play
out to
Steam.
us and Dylan will send you his Steam Deck so you can play it.
Oh, God.
If this came to console, I might get it just to add it to my collection. I did eat significantly more pizza for the few days that I was playing this. I did
that.
find myself hankering for a slice of pie.
Don't you guys? There's so many like of the little toppins that
They
I wanted
look
to
delicious.
eat. I know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man, I could really go for like a nice Roma tomato.
That does sound good.
I like a little salt on it. Salt. and
Oh my
pepper.
God, dude. Yeah.
Let's rank this.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to challenge Dylan here on this first one. Indica or Pizza Tower?
Pizza Tower.
You prefer Pizza Tower to Indica.
Yes.
Pizza Tower or Doom 2016?
Doom.
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 Pizza Tower or Resident Evil 7?
Resident Evil 7.
Yep. Do you agree, Tyler?
Yeah.
Pizza Tower or Balatro?
Balatro.
Balatro.
And that puts it, interestingly enough, right above Indica.
Wow.
Yeah, Pizza Tower is number 35 currently on our list of games. Yeah, up next week we're going to do Animal Well. At some point we will do Hellblade 2, because you got to finish that, right, Tyler?
Yeah. I did Erd Tree instead.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got Eldens to dog.
Yeah, those dogs are getting Eldened hard.
Did you get Erd Tree?
No.
Ah, it's so fun.
I believe you. It's
Dylan doesn't like when other people like the popular stuff, then he doesn't like it anymore.
Oh,
well,
I
that's
did.
not always true. I loved Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
I'll save it for Elden Dogs, but something just happened in Elden Ring that blew my fucking mind. I was like, what?
What is
It was
it?
crazy. Do you want me to say it now?
Yeah, sure.
I went through a dungeon,
Whoa.
and then I fought a really annoying fucking enemy at the end. He had a bunch of holy attacks, and he could like duplicate himself. And it was
Yeah, I know
stupid.
what you're talking about, the Inquisitor.
Yeah, fuck that dude. And then I beat him, and then I kept walking, and it just led to a different area of the map. And then Torrent's like spooked.
There's a lot of interconnectedness, and it's not like there's straight up dungeons without bosses, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, all like formulaic design is out the window, which is really fun.
It's a wise choice.
It's very cool.
Well, I started riding, and then Torrent was like, "Nah, bro," and then dipped out.
There's a
and
good
then,
there's a good reason for that.
well, it's fucking mad
It,
down there.
it turns into Bloodborne a little bit. Yeah.
I'm terrified. I'm stuck in this place right now. I
You
can.
don't have your horse?
So Hellblade 2 will be coming within 2 weeks, as well as Ayuden Chronicle. Dylan, you need to play a little bit more of that game.
Yeah, I'll play as much as I can stomach.
It can mostly be a therapy session for me.
I will treat it as such. I'll bring my glasses, or I'll wear yours.
And then back to our regularly scheduled programming after Indie Games Month. But Animal Well next. And special thanks to all of our executive producers: Ryan, Christina, Kipper, Brian Ward, Jordan Hoff, Phil Wright, Phil Just Phil, Bryant Ross, Kelly Gutowski, and Justin Melly. We love and appreciate all of you. And if you want access to episodes early, access to bonus episodes of Popcorn Dogs, Raw Dogs, Elden Dogs, and Doggies After Dark, our exclusive after show, check out patreon.com/hairofthedogcast. We would love to have you join our community in our Discord. And if you've listened this far, please consider writing a review. It helps with algorithms, I'm told. We want people to hear this. So if you can tell people, that would be cool. We'd be fine. Follow our social medias if that's your thing. And that's all I got.
Hug your local Italian. Tell them it's okay.
But use hand sanitizer afterwards.
Or slather yourself in pizza sauce.
We like that.
We'll see you next time.